Hi, what's up? Welcome back to my channel. My name is Hannah, if you don't know me, and if you do, I'm sorry. So, it's October, officially, and I'm gonna do a bunch of Halloween, spooky related things this month. And if we're being honest, I didn't know what I wanted to start it out with. This is more because it scares me, and that's what we're gonna talk about. I want to talk about nightmares that I have that literally, I feel like they're ruining my life. So here we are. These are things that I know shouldn't be scaring me, but they are. So, I don't know if they are or not, but they could be, I guess, triggering for some people since they are for me. But yeah, just be careful. If there's ever a point where you are feeling like it's overwhelming or just too much, please click away. I don't ever want anybody to sit here and just be harming themselves because of a video I uploaded. So if you're ever feeling like it's too much or that you're being overwhelmed, please just stop watching. With that being said, we're gonna start the video. So this is the most recent, and I know it is probably the most ridiculous of all of them, but here we go. So I haven't been able to sleep very well the last few nights. I had a pretty bad nightmare the other day, 3 days ago I do believe, that resulted in me still panicking once I woke up, and continuing to panic for a while. That is not this dream, but because of that, the last few days since then have been really difficult for me. I haven't slept very well, not very much at all, and when I am sleeping, I am just having nightmares. So, yeah. If you're on my Instagram, you already know this, or on my Snapchat even, but I wake up every day now, every weekday, at 4:45, and go to the gym with my dad for about an hour. And then I come home and go back to sleep because I'm a lazy sack of garbage. But this morning, when I got back to the house, it was like 6:30. And I was really tired. And most of the time after the gym, I will lay down and immediately go back to sleep. Which is disgusting, I should shower, but whatever. But I normally will just go right to sleep. This morning I laid down once I got back home and couldn't sleep. I wasn't really tired. I mean, I was exhausted physically, but I wasn't, like, the rest of me wasn't aware. Like, my body was physically tired, but my brain wasn't aware that we were supposed to be sleeping, so it was just running. And I laid there and played games on my phone for a little while, and then decided I'm not going to go to sleep if I have this phone in my hand. So I laid it down, and I'm just going to close my eyes. I'm just going to go to sleep. But when I closed my eyes, this crazy nightmare would start, but I wasn't even sleeping. I was fully awake, fully aware that I was awake. But no matter what happened, if I closed my eyes, even just for a second to blink, then this nightmare would start. In the dream, I am me. Physically, I am not. Physically, I am a different person every time, but I know it's me. I know that it's like me experiencing these things. I'm not experiencing it as somebody else or anything like that. Like the first time, I was either putting my belt on or putting a seatbelt on. I was doing something where I had to go across my body. Like I had to reach across my body. And I got it to about here. I got it about center in front of me. And everything was swelling up. Not just me. Me for sure, but not just me. It was like the thing in my hand was, and I couldn't grab a hold of anything anymore. And I was feeling very anxious because I couldn't control it. So I just opened my eyes and I realized I'm just laying in my bed. Dakota's laying right next to me, like things are fine. My brain's just being ridiculous. But this would happen repeatedly. Every time I closed my eyes, I was a different person. But I was doing something. I think one time I was wrapping a towel around me, but this time when I was wrapping the towel around me, for whatever reason, I didn't swell this time. I was just like, once I started to wrap the thing, I was immediately like 10 times larger. Not even exaggerating. I was just so big. I couldn't like grab anything because my fingers were so fat. My My hands looked so fat that it was like one big blob is essentially what it looked like. And so I was wrapping this around myself, and for whatever reason, I felt like the towel was essentially the size of a paper at this point, where I couldn't wrap it. It was really thin, and it just wasn't working. And again, I was just being very anxious. I was like, I can't control this. I can't stop it. I need to stop it. I need to know what to do, and it wouldn't stop. There's another one that I keep having, and so for about a year, my nightmares have been things that I'm either not letting go of in my life, or things that I'm experiencing currently, or things like that. And with the exception of the last few months. So the last few months, I have been having reoccurring nightmares of things that I had when I was like between 10 and 13, which is mostly childish things, but there's still things that I feel very like terrified of. Like, I'm not scared of it. Talking about it when I'm awake, I'm fine, but when it's happening in the nightmare, I can't handle it. So, like this one, I get like kidnapped by these 3 women, sort of. Like, they come to me and they're like, hey, we have this cool thing, you should come look at it. And I'm like, alright, cool. So I go, and then once I'm there at the location with them, they just like all rush at me and grab a hold of me, and I feel like they're witches. Bear with me. I feel like they're witches because they like grab me up, and it's like they're gonna put me in a cauldron. But once they put me in this big cauldron, I'm not just in there. It's like there's a never-ending hole that just keeps going. And at first it's like just side to side and just everywhere, and I'm just going all kinds of places, and I'm scared because they just drop me down this never-ending hole. But then like spikes start coming out of the hole. It just keeps happening all the way around, and I end up having to wake up. I have to force myself to wake up. Side note, can you guys do that? Are you able to wake yourself up if you know your nightmare is bad? Or even like if you're just dreaming, are you ever aware that you're dreaming and you can wake yourself up? Answer that in the comments, please, because I want to know. One that I had for about 3 months straight every night when I slept. So in this dream, I'm like walking through the city and just chilling, and there's a couple times like I'll be walking down the street and I see this old woman, and she just smiles and I smile and we go on. And then I like blink and now I'm at a different location and still in the city, but we're just like walking, and again I see her and it's like nothing. We smile and it's fine. And then we do that a few times where I'll see her at different locations and it's just like a nice smile, like hi kind of smile, but don't speak to me also smile. And then it goes to like as if it's a few months to years later. I feel older by then, but not like I'm old. I just feel older in the dream, and I'm having lunch with her. We're sitting at this little cafe kind of thing, and we have like little sandwiches and tea, and it's just, we're just having a conversation and it's fine. We're talking and it's like, oh my god, I just realized that I've been seeing you forever, and it's kind of cool, and like now we're having lunch together, and I don't know what our relationship is, but we're having lunch together and it's cool. And at some point she will reach across the table and grab a hold of my hand, and the second she touches me, we're back in my bedroom. But we're back in my room, and I'm standing over here in the closet. But I can also see myself laying in my bed, and it's fine, because I'm just watching myself. I mean, I'm me, but I'm also seeing me laying in bed over there sleeping, so I'm really confused every time. I'm just like, okay. And then out of nowhere, I'll see from my peripherals the old lady's walking from this corner over here, paying no attention to me here looking, but paying super attention to me there sleeping on my bed. But she just like hunches over me, like sleeping me, and it's just like looking and being creepy. And like at one point I remember in one of them she like moves my hair out of my face, and it's just like being really touchy. But at this point I know it's her. I can feel that it's the same woman, but she's like, you know in scary movies when the creepy people are old and they're like, looks like literally they look so old that if you touch them it looks like their hand's gonna fall off, like that kind of old. She looks really creepy. So she's hunched over me and she's like moving my hair and she's like petting my arm and whispering. I took a step forward because I was gonna go save me, I guess. I was gonna go save me. And I took a step forward to go, and it's like the second my foot was forward, my whole body was essentially, it felt like I was stone, like I couldn't move. I didn't feel like I was really breathing. I felt like I was suffocating almost. So I can move my eyes, and I'm freaking out because like I can see that things are going wrong, but I can't do anything about it. And she will like be hunched over my sleeping body and pivot herself to me with these dead eyes. I've never seen somebody just look with their eyes so scary. And she stands up, and I remember she took one step to come back to me, and then I woke up. Like, do you guys have the same kind of nightmares? And if you do, please tell me in the comments because I feel insane. I literally feel like I'm going insane. Help me out. That was spooky for me. I doubt it was spooky for you, but if it was, you're welcome. Let me know in the comments if you're comfortable, if it's not going to be too upsetting for you. Let me know in the comments what kind of weird dreams and nightmares you have. Like this video if you liked it. Like this video if you didn't like it. Like this video if you never want me to make a video again. Like this video if you want me to make a million videos again. Like this video if you love Halloween. Subscribe to my channel if you haven't already. Subscribe if you want to see more of me, or if you just want to see more of like Halloween stuff. If you want to be notified, you have to do more than subscribe though. You have to hit the little bell button because the subscribe button is essentially useless at this point. So yeah, I hope you liked it, and I'll see you next time. Bye.